Welcome back to Penny Collector, the ultimate destination for coin lovers, history buffs, and treasure hunters. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of the 1999 USA 5-cent coin, also known as the Jefferson nickel. This is not just any ordinary coin, it's a piece of modern American coinage that might be sitting in your pocket change right now. What makes this particular coin special? Why are collectors still talking about it more than 2 decades later? And how much is this coin really worth in today's coin market? Stick around, because we're about to explore the full story, uncover some hidden secrets, and talk numbers that might surprise you. Let's start with the basics. The 1999 Jefferson nickel was minted in 3 primary locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Coins from Philadelphia have no mint mark, those from Denver carry a small D mint mark, and the ones from San Francisco, which are proof coins, carry an S. The obverse or front side of the coin features the iconic left-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the 3rd President of the United States and the principal author of the Declaration of Independence. This portrait was originally designed by Felix Schlag and has appeared on the nickel since 1938. On the reverse side, you'll see Monticello, Jefferson's famous Virginia home, along with inscriptions including E Pluribus Unum, United States of America, Monticello, and 5 cents. The design may seem common at first glance, but subtle variations and minting details can turn an ordinary coin into a collector's gem. Now, let's talk about what really matters: condition and value. A coin's condition is one of the most important factors in determining its market price. Coins are graded from poor to mint state, with the highest being MS 70, which indicates a perfect coin with no visible flaws under 5x magnification. Most 1999 nickels in circulation are in average condition, ranging from VF, very fine, to AU, almost. Welcome back to Penny Collector, the ultimate destination for coin lovers, history buffs, and treasure hunters. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of the 1999 USA 5-cent coin, also known as the Jefferson nickel. This is not just any ordinary coin, it's a piece of modern American coinage that might be sitting in your pocket change right now. What makes this particular coin special? Why are collectors still talking about it more than 2 decades later? And how much is this coin really worth in today's coin market? Stick around, because we're about to explore the full story, uncover some hidden secrets, and talk numbers that might surprise you. Let's start with the basics. The 1999 Jefferson nickel was minted in 3 primary locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Coins from Philadelphia have no mint mark, those from Denver carry a small D mint mark, and the ones from San Francisco, which are proof coins, carry an S. The obverse or front side of the coin features the iconic left-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the 3rd President of the United States and the principal author of the Declaration of Independence. This portrait was originally designed by Felix Schlag and has appeared on the nickel since 1938. On the reverse side, you'll see Monticello, Jefferson's famous Virginia home, along with inscriptions including E Pluribus Unum, United States of America, Monticello, and 5 cents. The design may seem common at first glance, but subtle variations and minting details can turn an ordinary coin into a collector's gem. Now, let's talk about what really matters: condition and value. A coin's condition is one of the most important factors in determining its market price. Coins are graded from poor to mint state, with the highest being MS 70, which indicates a perfect coin with no visible flaws under 5x magnification. Most 1999 nickels in circulation are in average condition, ranging from VF, very fine, to AU, almost. Close look, maybe even with a magnifying glass or loupe, and see if your coin shows any unusual features. It's also worth mentioning that the 1999 nickel holds historical significance. It was minted during a transition period before the U.S. Mint made several design changes in the early 2000s. Starting in 2004, the Westward Journey series brought new designs to the nickel, making the 1999 version one of the last years to feature the classic Jefferson-Monticello combination without any changes. This gives the 1999 coin a kind of last-of-its-kind appeal, especially to those who value historical continuity in coin design. So, what should you do if you think you have a valuable 1999 Jefferson nickel? First, examine the coin carefully. Check the mint mark, inspect the steps on Monticello, and look closely for any unusual features that could indicate an error. If the coin appears to be in excellent condition, consider having it professionally graded. While grading services charge a fee, the potential value increase and credibility can make it worth the investment. Once graded, your coin becomes much more attractive to serious buyers and auction houses. In conclusion, the 1999 Jefferson nickel may not be the rarest or most expensive coin in American history, but it certainly deserves a place in every collector's folder. Whether it's a mint state coin shining with luster, a proof coin with mirror-like precision, or a rare error worth hundreds of dollars, the possibilities are there. Every coin has a story, and the 1999 nickel tells one of transition, tradition, and potential treasure. So go ahead and check your coin jars, your pocket change, or that old drawer in your desk. You never know what you might find. Next up, we're exploring a coin that many people overlook, the 1998 USA 5-cent coin, widely known as the Jefferson nickel. This coin might seem ordinary at first glance, but if you're a coin enthusiast, a collector, or even just someone curious about hidden treasures, this nickel could be a valuable piece hiding in your pocket, your change jar, or an old coin box tucked away in a drawer. So stay with us as we uncover the fascinating details, history, condition grades, errors, and most importantly, the current market value of the 1998 Jefferson nickel in today's dollars. The 1998 Jefferson nickel carries the legacy of one of the most iconic coins in American numismatic history. Designed by Felix Schlag, this coin features the left-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States and author of the Declaration of Independence. On the reverse side is the image of Jefferson's famous Virginia estate, Monticello, with the words, E pluribus unum, United States of America, Monticello, and 5 cents. The design has remained largely unchanged for decades, making coins from this era particularly nostalgic for longtime collectors. In 1998, the Jefferson nickel was minted at 3 major U.S. mints: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, D mint mark; and San Francisco, S mint mark for proof coins. Philadelphia and Denver produced coins for general circulation, while the San Francisco Mint focused exclusively on proof coins, which were never meant for circulation and were made for collectors with higher precision and mirror-like finishes. All 3 versions of the coin are still widely collected today, especially by those trying to complete full sets of Jefferson nickels from each year and mint. Now let's talk about the condition, because that's what truly affects a coin's value. Most 1998 Jefferson nickels you'll find in circulation today will show signs of wear, such as scratches, worn edges, or faded details. These circulated coins are typically worth just face value, around 5 cents. However, if you come across one in uncirculated condition, meaning it shows no signs of wear and still maintains its original mint luster, the value can climb significantly. In mint state 65, MS 65, or better, a 1998 P or 1998 D nickel can sell for $2 to $5, depending on the market and demand. While that might not sound like a lot, consider that these are still recent coins and millions were produced. Finding a truly pristine example is not as easy as you might think. Even more desirable are the full steps versions. Full steps refers to the visibility of all 5 or 6 steps leading up to Monticello on the reverse of the coin. A coin with fully struck steps and no wear on those tiny horizontal lines is considered a premium variety. Collectors are willing to pay significantly more for these, especially if the coin is professionally graded. A 1998 Jefferson nickel with full steps in MS 66 or higher condition has sold for $25 to $100 or more, especially when certified by top grading companies like PCGS or NGC. Let's not forget the proof coins from the San Francisco Mint, bearing the S mint mark. These coins were struck with polished dies and multiple strikes, giving them a sharp, mirror-like finish and frosted details. These proof coins are usually sold as part of proof sets and are rarely found in circulation. A 1998 S-proof Jefferson nickel in PR 69 or PR 70 deep cameo condition can fetch anywhere from $3 to $10, depending on the buyer and whether the coin is certified. These are beautiful pieces perfect for display or to complete a high-quality Jefferson nickel collection. Now, let's talk about one of the most exciting aspects for collectors: mint errors. Error coins from 1998 can include off-center strikes, double die obverse, die cracks, struck-through grease errors, and even clipped planchets. These minting mistakes often go unnoticed by casual collectors, but when authenticated, they can be worth $20 to several $100s, depending on the rarity and visibility of the error. Always examine your 1998 nickels carefully with a magnifying glass or coin loupe. A minor imperfection might just be your ticket to a valuable find. The historical context of this coin is also worth mentioning. The 1998 nickel was minted just a few years before the U.S. Mint introduced new designs for the Jefferson nickel starting in 2004 with the Westward Journey series. This makes the 1998 issue one of the last years of the classic Jefferson design, adding a nostalgic and transitional value to it. For collectors who appreciate history and continuity, this coin represents the closing chapter of an era that began in 1938. Now let's discuss current market trends. In 2025, collectors are showing renewed interest in modern-era coins in high grades. Online auction sites like eBay, Heritage Auctions, and Great Collections are seeing a steady demand for top-grade Jefferson nickels. A coin from 1998 in MS-67 with full steps has been recorded selling for over $150, especially if it's a key example with great eye appeal. Prices fluctuate based on demand, so if you own one in high condition or with a rare error, now might be a good time to have it graded and consider selling, or holding onto it for future appreciation. If you're wondering whether it's worth collecting 1998 nickels, the answer is yes, especially if you focus on quality and condition. These coins are still affordable, widely available, and offer a real opportunity for collectors who enjoy the thrill of the hunt. Whether you're completing a date and mint set, searching for a high-grade gem, or looking for rare mint errors, the 1998 Jefferson nickel offers a wide range of possibilities. So before you spend that 5-cent coin, give it a second look. Check for mint marks, examine Monticello's steps, and always be on the lookout for errors or pristine conditions. Next up, we're taking a deep dive into the story, value, and collecting potential of the USA 5-cent coin from the year 2000, the Jefferson nickel. If you think that this common coin isn't worth much more than 5 cents, you're in for a surprise. Whether you're holding onto an old coin jar, sifting through your change, or actively collecting coins by date and mint, the 2000 Jefferson nickel is a coin you'll want to take a closer look at. In this episode, we'll explore everything from the design history to mint varieties, possible errors, current coin market values, and why this year's issue might be more important than it seems. So stick around to the end because what looks like ordinary change could actually be a valuable treasure. The 2000 Jefferson nickel is part of a long-running series that began in 1938. It features the same design used for decades, created by sculptor Felix Schlag. On the obverse, or front of the coin, you'll find a left-facing profile of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States and author of the Declaration of Independence. This portrait is accompanied by the inscriptions, "In God We Trust, Liberty," and the year 2000. The reverse of the coin shows Monticello, Jefferson's historic Virginia estate, along with the phrases, "E pluribus unum, United States of America," and 5 cents. Although this design remained largely unchanged for over 65 years, the year 2000 marks one of the final years before the U.S. Mint would overhaul the Jefferson nickel design in 2004. That makes the 2000 issue one of the last of its kind, adding a special nostalgic and transitional value for collectors. This coin was minted at 3 major U.S. Mint facilities: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, D, and San Francisco, S for proof coins only. The Philadelphia and Denver coins were produced for general circulation, while the San Francisco coins were made specifically for collectors as part of annual proof sets. The 2000 P and 2000 D coins are very common, with hundreds of millions produced. However, that doesn't mean they have no value. When it comes to coins, it's not just about rarity, it's about condition, variety, and special errors. That's where things get interesting. Let's talk about coin grading. Most 2000 nickels found in circulation today will show visible wear, surface scratches, or discoloration. These are known as circulated coins and typically hold a value of around 5 cents to perhaps 10 cents. But if you find a coin in uncirculated condition, also known as mint state, the value can rise significantly. In MS-65 condition, a 2000 P or 2000 D Jefferson nickel can be worth between $1 and $5, depending on demand and eye appeal. If the coin is graded MS-66 or higher with strong luster and no contact marks, the value could go even higher. And if your coin has full steps on the Monticello reverse, meaning all 5 or 6 steps are completely visible with no flattening, that can turn a common coin into a premium collector's item. Full steps nickels from the year 2000 in high grade have sold for $30 to $150 or more, especially when professionally graded by PCGS or NGC. Now let's move to the 2000 S-proof Jefferson nickel. These proof coins were minted in small quantities, just over 2 million, and sold directly to collectors. They are not meant for circulation and feature a high level of detail, mirrored fields, and frosted devices. If you happen to own a 2000 S nickel still sealed in its original proof set, or better yet, graded PR69 or PR70 deep cameo, the value can range from $3 to $15, and possibly higher for top-tier examples. These coins are beautiful to display and often become the centerpiece in a Jefferson nickel collection. But what makes the year 2000 truly exciting is the potential for rare mint errors and die varieties. Mint errors are coins that were misstruck during the minting process, and collectors are willing to pay good money for them. Some known error types on 2000 Jefferson nickels include off-center strikes, double die obverse, die clashes, clipped planchets, and struck-through grease errors. A double die error, for example, where the design elements appear doubled due to a misalignment of the die, can fetch $50 to $300 or more depending on how dramatic and visible the doubling is. Off-center errors and die cracks can also attract strong interest from error collectors. If you think you have an error coin, it's always worth getting a second opinion from a professional numismatist or grading service. Now let's talk about coin roll hunting and market trends. Many collectors enjoy the thrill of going through bank-wrapped rolls of nickels, hoping to find pristine 2000 coins or hidden errors. Because these coins are still relatively modern and affordable, they are perfect for beginner collectors and those building Jefferson nickel date sets. The market value of the 2000 Jefferson nickel continues to hold steady, with higher premiums going to graded full steps coins, rare error coins, and deep cameo proof coins. Websites like eBay, Heritage Auctions, and Great Collections have shown consistent sales of MS-67 full steps examples for over $100, especially when slabbed and certified. So what should you do if you find a 2000 nickel in your change? First, check for the mint mark. A D means it was minted in Denver, and a coin with no mark means Philadelphia. An S means it's a proof coin. Next, look closely at the condition. If it appears sharp, clean, and uncirculated, consider having it professionally graded. Then check Monticello's steps. Full steps varieties are far more valuable. Finally, examine the coin for any abnormalities or unusual markings that could suggest a mint error. End conclusion: the 2000 Jefferson nickel may be modern and common in quantity, but not all coins are created equal. Some are struck better, preserved longer, or contain fascinating minting mistakes that make them far more valuable than 5 cents. If you're a coin enthusiast, the 2000 nickel offers you the perfect balance of affordability, collectability, and the possibility of discovering a hidden gem. It's one of the last years of the classic Jefferson Monticello design before the big changes in 2004, making it a meaningful addition to any serious collection. Next up today, we're taking a deep look into the fascinating world of the 2001 Jefferson nickel, the humble 5-cent coin that many people overlook, but collectors know can hold surprising value, especially if it's in great condition or has unique characteristics. In this video, we're going to explore the 2001 5-cent coin's history, its mint variations, condition-based values, known errors, and its place in today's coin market. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just getting started, this deep dive will help you understand why the 2001 nickel might be worth more than just 5 cents. So grab your magnifying glass and your coin jar, it's time to see what treasure you might already have at home. The 2001 Jefferson nickel is part of a long-running coin series that began in 1938 and continued all the way until the major redesign in 2004. That means the 2001 issue represents one of the final years of the classic Jefferson Monticello design, which many collectors seek to complete as part of a full historical set. The design was created by Felix Schlag and features the left-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse, along with the inscriptions, "In God We Trust, Liberty," and the date, 2001. On the reverse is Jefferson's iconic Monticello estate, along with the phrases, "E pluribus unum, United States of America, Monticello," and 5 cents. For decades, this imagery defined the American 5-cent coin, making it both culturally significant and numismatically important. In 2001, the Jefferson nickel was minted at 3 major U.S. mint locations: Philadelphia, P, Denver, D, and San Francisco, S. The Philadelphia mint coins have no mint mark, Denver coins are marked with a small d, and the San Francisco mint produced special proof coins marked with an S. The Philadelphia and Denver coins were made for everyday use, while the San Francisco proof coins were sold directly to collectors as part of official mint sets. Although hundreds of millions of 2001 nickels were struck for circulation, it's the quality of the strike, the preservation of the coin, and rare mint errors that determine a coin's true value to collectors. Let's first talk about condition and grading, which are among the most important factors in coin collecting. The standard grading scale goes from poor, P1, all the way up to mint state, MS 70. Circulated 2001 nickels, meaning coins that have been used in daily transactions, will typically fall in the range of very fine, VF, to about uncirculated, AU. These coins usually show light to moderate wear and are generally only worth face value, or maybe up to 10 cents. But if you come across a mint state coin, especially one graded MS 65 or higher, you're looking at a significantly more valuable item. In MS 65 condition, a 2001 D or 2001 P Jefferson nickel can sell for $1 to $5, depending on the buyer and market timing. And here's where things get really exciting: coins with full steps on the reverse, which means the steps of Monticello are sharply struck and clearly visible, are worth much more. A 2001 Jefferson nickel in MS 66 or MS 67 full steps has sold for $30 to over $100 when certified by grading authorities like PCGS or NGC. Now let's explore the 2001 S-proof Jefferson nickel, minted in San Francisco for collectors. These coins are never released into circulation and are struck with highly polished dies to create a mirror-like background with frosted raised details. These coins are typically sold as part of annual U.S. mint proof sets and are considered top-tier collectibles. In PR 69 or PR 70 deep cameo condition, a 2001 S nickel can bring in $5 to $20 or more, depending on certification and demand. If you're lucky enough to find one that's been preserved in flawless condition or still sealed in its original government packaging, it could be worth even more in the long term. Let's move on to mint errors and varieties, a favorite topic among experienced collectors. Even modern coins like the 2001 Jefferson nickel can have valuable minting mistakes that escaped quality control. Some examples of known errors from 2001 include off-center strikes, double die obverse, struck through grease errors, die cracks, and clipped planchets. One especially interesting variety is the 2001 P double die, where slight doubling appears on Jefferson's IR lettering. If you discover a genuine error coin and it's authenticated, you could be looking at values between $50 and several $100s, depending on the severity and rarity of the error. Coins with strong, visible doubling or significant off-center strikes are highly desirable and often fetch premium prices in auctions. Another reason to pay attention to the 2001 nickel is its transitional value. It was minted during the last few years of the traditional design before the U.S. Mint changed the look of the Jefferson nickel starting in 2004 with the Westward Journey series. This makes the 2001 coin historically interesting. It's part of the final chapter in a decades-long era of classic American coinage. Many collectors aim to complete full runs of every year and mint mark from 1938 through 2003, and having a high-grade or rare error version of 2001 can complete a collection in a meaningful and valuable way. Let's talk about today's market trends. As of 2025, Jefferson nickels are experiencing a steady increase in interest, especially among younger collectors and those looking for affordable coins to add to their collection. Online platforms such as eBay, Heritage Auctions, and Great Collections frequently list high-grade 2001 nickels, especially full steps and proof varieties. Slabbed and graded coins continue to be the most valuable, and collectors are willing to pay top dollar for MS 67 full steps examples, which are relatively scarce. Prices are stable and even growing for the best examples, making this an excellent time to search your collection or begin submitting coins for grading. So what should you do if you have a 2001 Jefferson nickel? First, look at the mint mark to determine if it's from Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco. Then examine the condition. Does it look like it's never been used? Is it shiny, clean, and free of scratches? That's a good sign you might have an uncirculated coin. Next, check the steps on Monticello. Are all of them clearly visible, without blurring? If so, you might have a full steps nickel, which is worth significantly more. Finally, take a close look at the coin under magnification. Look for doubling, misalignments, or unusual marks that might signal a mint error. In conclusion, while the 2001 Jefferson nickel might seem like a common modern coin, its real value lies in the details. High-grade examples, proof coins, and error varieties can be worth far more than their face value. With careful examination, proper storage, and maybe even professional grading, you could unlock hidden value in coins you've had for years, or ones you're just now noticing. Whether you're in it for the history, the beauty of the design, or the thrill of the hunt, the 2001 nickel is a fun and rewarding coin to collect. Thank you for tuning into this in-depth episode of Penny Collector. If you enjoyed the video and want to learn more about coin values, rare varieties, and hidden treasures in your pocket change, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. We're always uncovering something new and exciting in the world of US coins. Until next time, keep collecting, stay curious, and always remember, some of the most valuable treasures are the ones people never notice. Happy hunting from Penny Collector.